Alright, so far we are able to actually do all that we're trying to do in forms. Now what you want to do is to make this particular form functional. Since we are not saving it, how about we send an actual help message, so that when an email is sent here, we want it delivered. So Python allows us to do that off the bat, and that's how you do it. You can quickly check email exchange. Right, so sending email, quickly check. It provides us with a method outside the box. So how do you use that? Well, come here, go to our contact. So in wrong I need this view, so I just delete that, close that out. Right, so what we want to happen is we want, if the form is valid, then we want to be able to actually send email. So we're gonna go here and use this exact syntax which said send mail. Actually, you're gonna go right ahead and just copy this, just to make our work a bit easier, right? So we're supposed to provide, say, a subject. In the subject, you're gonna say a new feedback given, and then the message, we're gonna work on that a bit later. So from that actually comes from the form, right? So let's just get that information up here. So we're gonna get from email, we're gonna get this information from the form method, right? So form dot cleaned data dot get email. Now it's important to realize that you could just as well have gotten this information from post by doing request.post and getting it from that particular dictionary. However, that is an unsafe way of doing it. It's better to take data that has already been cleaned. So moving on quickly, we're gonna put in here, so from email, so that the email looks like it has come from this guy sending it. Then to, which is a list, because we expect it to be a bunch of recipients. So you're gonna look into that a bit later again, and then fail silently. So things I said you're gonna look into a bit later. First of all, the to message. Second of all, here's a message. So the message. So the message, you're gonna use a formatted string. So you're gonna say something like you have mail. So okay, so in this case you have feedback. So you have feedback. So you say from dada, that will put in full name, then we'll say saying, we'll put it in quotes like that, then data, what they have just said, right? Good. Then we need to pass in the message. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna get, let's say, their full name. So from there we're just gonna do exactly what we did up here, right? So form dot cleaned data dot get full name. Okay, and we're done with that. Then we also want to send it out, so we want to specify the message. The message has been provided. So the message comes from the form once more, cleaned data dot get, and I provide the message. Alright, so I have the message there. So it come back here, and then we would format this. So this is just a format. So this is just a format. The first part to pass is the full name. Second part to pass is the message. Right, so maybe we need a more descriptive name here. So maybe we would call it prepared message. Right, though that's not maybe the best name. So we'll come here and replace this. Okay, So this now becomes a prepared message. So that becomes a prepared message, just like that. Alright, and then 2. So we're gonna work on 2 in a moment. However, it's important to realize that this will probably not work because we have not provided a way for Django to send our emails. So Django has several ways of sending email, which you can actually look at here. And so here they are, they're called email backends. Right, so we have several, including things like SMT, console, file, etc. Now in our case, you want to use SFTP. So a good place to start with is something called Mandrill. So Mandrill, this is made by the same guys who made MailChimp. I use them a lot. I vouch for them. They always deliver their emails, and they are quite affordable. Okay, but you get like 12,000 emails for free, which is more than enough for any personal use. So here we are. So this is my account. I have created a text key. So once you come here, you can go to settings. When you go to settings, you're gonna come across this information. So you just need to copy it. So first thing to do, you come to Django settings. Under allowed hosts, you're gonna put in some details that pertain to your email. The first one is email host. Second one is email host user. Third one is email host password. Authorize our password. Email port. Then we have email use TLS. So also these are provided out of the box. So look at email host, copy, come right there and paste that particular information there. Alright, so host user, username is provided there once more. Then we have host password. They tell us to use any of our API keys. I made a test key specifically for this purpose, so we put it there. Then we go to port. So port should be 587, I think, yeah, so it should be 587. Put that there. Then we come here, use TLS, true. Okay. So all of these are strings, so they need to be in quotes like that. So let's make sure they're in quotes, so you don't run into any problems. So make sure they're in quotes just like that. Okay, so right, so there we have it. Settings done, good to go. Let's go back to our views. Okay, so let's look into, so we have some issues with our code here. Let's see, we have column 36, so it's just passing issues. Scroll this one out. Just start over again. Just start over again. So the idea is that it makes more sense to spend far more time writing the code just to get it clean, mostly because the time you're gonna spend reading your code or someone else reading your code is gonna be far more than the time you're gonna spend writing it. So it makes sense to optimize for read time or write time. It will take more time to write code. It is far more easily readable than take less time to write the code, and then the code is far harder to read. Okay, so done there. Okay, so we have undefined. Okay, great. So now here, our 2mail, we're gonna choose something else. Say, in my case, I only have one. Okay, that's right. So let's try that. See if we run into any errors. What errors we run into anyway. So let's do that. We do an email to say change that to Moringa School with some feedback. Then give the feedback. Let's do our import right here from Django.core .mail import send mail. Okay, so let's try that out. Let's try that once more, see what works out. Something seems to be happening, so you're just waiting for the okay. So you're done. So just like that, you're good to go. Our email is gonna get sent out, and we'll see it after some time.